Any advice on getting rid of multiplayer anxiety? It's so interesting that to me, that. It's so interesting that I said that twice. Anxiety over playing multiplayer games. Like, I revel in multiplayer and competition. Like, I love it. So to feel anxious about it. I think the way you fix that is you try and figure out why are you feeling that way. And then most likely it'll be a bit of a silly reason. And realizing that it's a bit of a silly reason. And then through that, you know, fixing it. I've got the wrong build. I've got eruption. It's all good, whatever. Imagine that, guys. Imagine, like, you know, back a few months, you're saying, I've got the wrong build, I've got eruption in it. I mean, I guess you could have the wrong build, even if when eruption were good, but you get what I mean, right? Fucking shitty eruption. I don't think it's shit, but it's definitely a shadow of its former self, so to speak, right? Damn! What's with these fucking survivors, like, dodging last second? Actually, okay, that was me. Actually dodging Pinhead. Caused by being over-competitive. Well, I don't have it, I'm ridiculously competitive. I don't think it would be from over-competitiveness. It's something else. I hate how he breaks his chains. I'll never like that. Like, if the chains came from the other side, fine. But forcing me to walk through them, I really, yeah, not a fan. It's one of the biggest dislike things I have towards Pinhead. Like, walking into my own chains, breaking them, it's like, why would you do that? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't fire chains in a way that you break them when you're walking to the person you're trying to get. It's just... Bam, bam, bam. I know that guy's to my right, so we should see him now. Or maybe not. Because there's a bloody ghost maybe here. What? Where did he go? He was to my right. I don't even know. Discord. What is it? Distortion. Maybe. He's here. I don't know how you avoided all that aura, but sure. You like it, Pinhead. If you didn't like it, you teleporting over there won't fuck you over. You like it. The way you've programmed yourself, the way you've evolved. You break your own chains, and you fuck yourself over by teleporting to them when they touch your box. You like it. Why else would you do that?
What a waste of good suffering.
Anyone can become a success, Huge Beard. You just need to believe in yourself. You need to stop listening to these people who are all negative and, you know, they're not really going anywhere. And it's only because of their own mind, by the way. It's not that they can't. They can't break out of this weird mentality they have, right? Like, it's all a mental thing. It really is. Dedication. Mentality. Yeah. Not anyone can. But it depends what you're aiming for. If what you're aiming for doesn't work for you, your DNA, as a person, then probably not. You need to find out what does work for you. Which I think is very important. There's all famous rapper say for here. It's true though. Haters of a lot of things, especially very dedicated ones. They're almost. It's weird. Like I can't get too much into it because I don't really understand their mind. But they're a product of their own downfall. They're a product of their own kind of misery. They're not very bright, I don't think, them people. But they're kind of caught in that weird loop, aren't they? Because they find other people who are similar to them, and then they get caught in this like weird circle jerk of, I don't know, it's really strange. It's interesting. Because I find a lot of things about us interesting. But it is very strange. It's very dumb. I don't think you can be too smart. No, I don't think you can. Right?
Good suffering.
Like being a hater of someone, for example, I don't think you can be too intelligent. Like a proper hater. Like disliking someone or some things or whatever. That's whatever. I'm talking like proper, you know, Discord, morphing pictures of their face and shit like that. Like, you know, proper hater. I don't think you're too intelligent.
Did you sidetrack a game, sir? You choose perk/build.
Sure thing, weak dog. Sure thing, man. Oh. We've got a bit of a free gen here, organically, which is quite nice. So we're just going to kind of go back and forth with these. Where's he going to grab that? Hopefully it's close. Yes! That was a good feeling. Because it was close. So we start a massive chain reaction. And do we even get a kill here? I actually don't mind if I get a kill here. Nice. I don't mind it. Well, yeah, we were on no stacks to save best for last, but there's 3 people and we're on a free gen, so... And there's many others who are about to be dead too. I think her, for one. I think. Like, I'm not counting hooks, so it's not 100%. But I think she's at least close to death. She's either on a second stage or last. Go, pallet. What are you doing? But yeah, I think that's some really good advice, actually. Like, in this life, kind of search what is your purpose in a way. It's not as philosophical as that. It really isn't. It's kind of just more to do with, you know, the DNA, the way your mind works, the way you think, etc., etc. But do try and find out, and there won't just be one thing as well, there'll be many different things. But find out kind of like what works for you. Because they are the things that you will be able to push towards. There is definitely people trying to force things what aren't for them. For sure, like 100%, which doesn't work for their mind, it doesn't work for their DNA, it like doesn't work. And they try and force it because they want that. But sometimes, I don't know, man, like, sometimes it's best to just leave that, just accept that it doesn't kind of work, and look for something which you will really like as well. You just don't know it yet, you know? I think that's really good advice, personally. And ideally, that's something that you are good at. It's very positive for your life. Because some people, what they're good at is being nasty, right? It's not very positive for their life. They're definitely not going to be very happy when they look back at their life as they get older and older. So, ideally look for something more constructive, more positive. What you're good at, is what I would say. What about dysgenic people? Well, it's a good setup, but there's oh, there's only one gen left actually. I didn't realize. I thought I had more time to just reinforce it. DNA, I'm not being completely black and white with that. I'm just saying you as a character, you're more than just DNA. Like, DNA makes up kind of the building blocks of you, but experience through life creates who you are, I would say. It isn't just DNA. DNA definitely is a big factor, but who you actually are would be your experiences through life, I would say. Personally. I think that defines who you are more. But the experiences will be impacted by your DNA, your mind. But yeah, it's a mix. It's definitely a mix. It's not just gonna be one thing. Talks that you've had, you know. One place that really gets you to understand yourself, if you can do it, is university. University definitely lets you find yourself, like who you are more than anywhere else. Personally, I only consider speak personal experience, obviously, but yeah. Not sure you get your hair, do you know? Yeah, as I said, only personal experience. But it's just that kind of just being thrown in that deep end. And just kind of, I don't know. For me, anyway, it did. Living there, living in the dorms, I'm talking about. Not commuting. That wouldn't do anything. I'm talking about actually living there in the dorms. You've been at uni for 6 months, you can definitely see the difference. Yeah, maybe it hits other people differently. I only can speak for personal experience, and again, you know, it's my my DNA, my mind, etc., which is giving me that experience, right? So it won't be black and white for everyone. But yeah, it's definitely good for me, I think. There's actually a thing called epigenetics that explains how your DNA can change to what you face in life, physically and emotionally. To an extent, it's never been completely written shark. But yeah, it will have a big impact, of course.